Good evening, Miss Brenda. How are you tonight? It is such a beautiful night tonight. Perfect weather for me. I could even take it just a tad bit cooler. Let's see what it is. It says 73. Happy to have that. How is your weather, Brenda? Oh, goodness gracious. Hey, Barb, How are you tonight? I got the itchies tonight. I haven't got a chance to take a shower yet. Been working, working, working. You'll see those videos coming out. Um, and I'll have a surprise this weekend for you guys. It's cooling off. We may get frost Friday night. Wow. I hope it doesn't get your plants. Have you still got a full garden or not? So I have been like overwhelmed with all the things that I've been doing and what I had to get done and the storm. And hey, Christy, how are you tonight, babe? I tried to call you the other day, but you didn't answer. I have a lot of stuff that needs harvested from the garden. Wow. Well, hopefully you'll have time to do it before the frost. It's okay. Well, we need rain bad. Our well has slowed way down. Had well men here yesterday. Wow. And did they give you any hope for it to pick up, or do you have to add more piping, or what's going on with it, Barb? You know, David and I are really, 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 really talking hard this last couple of weeks about finding property, just because we've got so much going on, and we need to come together on things and take care of each other and our properties. And I was really blessed today. I too bad my chicks, my chickens, blah, 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 aren't laying eggs up a storm to right now. I got 3 today, which is more than I got all of last week. I've gotten actually 6 in the last 3 days. I got 1, then I got 2, and today I got 3. So hopefully I'll be getting more. But a friend of mine owns a produce place over in Merritt Island. It's just a little covered wagon type stand thing. And he's got a refrigerator and stuff there. So he also carries eggs. Hey, Nancy. And he told me that if I had brown eggs to sell him, I could get $3.50 to $4 a dozen. And I'm like, yes. But then I said to him, I said, uh, well, I don't just have brown eggs. I've got brown and green and blue and all kind of colors. He only wants brown ones, so I'm kind of out of that picture. Oh, give him some cat food or some fish. Okay. I will definitely do that. I'll tell David too. We can go down and I think the muller are starting to run again, so we can go down and get some mullet for him. My girls aren't laying, but new girls should start laying soon. Yeah, I've got like 13, I think now. 13. In fact, one of my meat birds is actually going to be one of my chickens too. Because I don't believe it's a meat bird. Its legs are like a bluish gray color, and the head of it looks like an eagle. And Linda told me she thought it was. Let me think. What did she say? An Easter egger, I think. I can't remember what she said it was. Well, phooey. Well, oh, I can't find it on there because she wrote it on my little video. Let's see, who have I missed? Said hi to Nancy, hi to Christy, hi to Brenda, hi to Barb. Who else is in here? Well, they and Lower Well for 1,000 can't use outside hydrants because grains will go quick. Go quick. Wow, I gave mine a cat food treat today. David's got cat food. I'm going to tell him that. They need omega-3 and the protein. Oh, okay. Yes, looks like an Easter egger to me. Yeah, it's amazing. That chicken looks totally different. David, did you see this? Brenda says we need to give our chickens some cat food or some fish. So I think we should probably do both. Maybe we'll go and catch some mullet and give them some mullet too. That will help them to start laying again. But I need to give mine some corn too. I haven't been giving mine any corn. I mean, they get corn in the feed and they get corn in the scratch that I'm doing, but it's not whole corn and it's not as much as I normally give them in the fall and the winter. So, um, y'all got y'all got some videos waiting to go. I got some videos ready to publish um, for the next couple of days, but I really wanted to uh, put the show you what I'm doing with the cleanup. So I'm going to put that out first, and then the other one, and then I'll probably do more cleanup showing you of my new toy and different things. I keep losing you. My signal's bad. I'm sorry, Christy. Um, so I can't wait to get in the shower. I just feel like, I was using that chainsaw on all those vines and stuff, and I'm all itchy. I'm going to use Teresa's um, I can't think of what it's called. Jewelweed soap. I was so blessed to be able to spend a couple of days here at the house. Becky has been going out there and sitting with Mr. Walt, my daughter, and and it's so neat. I because she did that, I said, let me keep Jace, and I kept the baby, and we just had a blast. I mean, that kid loves me so much. It just does my heart good. Yeah, I love Teresa's jewelweed soap too. This drought has been going for 3 years. The water table is way low. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just hope that you get water and it doesn't uh, run off. I don't know if it was a video or something I was telling about the water and how it runs off. If you've got really, really dry soil, it'll cause runoff and flooding instead of soaking and nourishing. But so not only did I get blessed with Jace this morning, my sister got up for work and brought my mom to me. So I got to spend my morning with my mom. We were supposed to go to the doctor. We did go to the doctor. I shouldn't say we were supposed to. We went to the we went first. We went to Debbie's Diner. They were so jam packed. I said, Mom, we're not even going to get out of the car. We'll never get in there and get a seat. They had no parking whatsoever, and it's a small diner. Good food, but small diner. And we love to eat there for breakfast. So we didn't go there. Then we went over to Denny's in Merritt Island. And I'm telling you, I was so grossed out. My feet were sticking to the floor. And I said, told myself, yeah, that can happen if they put too much um, soap in the water or whatever. Maybe that's what it is. But I got to looking at the floor, and the floor was so nasty. They really need to get some kind of scrubber and steam cleaner in there to clean the floors properly. And as I'm sitting there, there's not very many people. I mean, Denny's should be packed. It is a famous for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? They should be packed. There was nobody in there. There was only like three other customers whenever we came in. Two of them were leaving. One man was still eating his breakfast. And somebody went to, for some reason, they gave menus and stuff to somebody else before us, and then the people just looked dirty. I gotta say, when you're handling my food, I want you to look clean and I want you to smell clean. So, not that they didn't, I don't think I smelled anybody nasty, but they did not look that cleanest. So, we decided not to eat there. It helped a little bit because I was going to give the baby some grits and they didn't have no grits. What store in the South don't have grits for breakfast? That's just crazy. Let's see here. So then we went to Steak and Shake. Well, they didn't open until 10 o'clock. I'm like, breakfast is gone by 10. Come on now. What's the deal here? Let's see. This route. Have I seen that? All the chicken farms around here are making our water table drop. Oh no. I have a turtle that's still in the low pond. We need nice, gentle rains. That's right. Oh my goodness. If it's a mud turtle, it will make your pond leak. I didn't know that. That's interesting. That's our problem too, Brenda, on top of drought. Mm-mm-mm. Hey, Patty. Hey, Kathy, I'm just walking out to get my mail. It's cool here in Happy Valley, so glad to cut your wife. I think she meant catch your live. um, our Denny's was awful. They finally shut it down. Yeah, they should shut this one down. So, okay, we didn't go to any of those three. And on our way to Steak and Shake, we started to go to the Econo Lodge restaurant, which is it used to be a Holiday Inn on Merritt Island. And they had a beautiful dining room. And I said, the sign said they had breakfast, blah, 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 right? There was one vehicle in the parking lot. I said, I don't think we're going to eat here either. So I told Mom, I said, let's go down towards the other part of the island and see what we find over there. So we headed that way. And on the way, I said, Mom, why don't we just get a bagel and go back home and eat instead of sitting down in a restaurant and eating? That's just crazy. I don't want to deal with it. It's just crazy. So we ended up going to my favorite bagel shop and getting a bagel and bringing it back here. Upset my stomach so bad, waiting so long to eat. It wasn't because of the bagel. The bagel was delicious. Everything was perfect on it. But because I waited so long to eat, my stomach was tore up and I couldn't see the doctor because of it. I just told her, I can't do an exam today. We're going to have to do it later. So she told me to call her, but I forgot to call when I got home. So I got to call her tomorrow and make an appointment. Oh boy, Brenda, it's black. Neighbor said that it was probably an old one. Oh no. uh, those turtles will also. I think I've got some mosquitoes in the house again. Drowned ducks and other animals in your pond. Wow. I have water catchment or would not have had garden at all. The struggle has been tough. Wow. I am so sorry to hear that, Barb. That will definitely be on my prayer list. Oh, you know what I didn't get? I didn't get a piece of paper or a pen. So let me do that right now so I don't forget. Oh, and I also need to know. Hang on. Let me get this first. I also need to know, is there anyone who wanted roselle seeds? I have got roselle um, pods drying, and well, y'all see the video. Mm, let's see. Can you see them? Those are the pods that are left after you take the cambium layer off of it. I think it's called cambium layer. I'm not too great with all those highfalutin words and names and all that kind of stuff. Y'all know I'm just regular people, not into all the big names and that kind of stuff. So I've never been to a bagel shop. Donut shop, yes. Wow. We have bagel shops um all over here. Yes, I would like some. Okay. Nancy wants some. Nancy, listen, when I start giving them out, you remind me if I don't, because I could lose this, right? Okay, and Brenda wants some. I think they'll probably dry out in a couple of weeks. Maybe if I put them close to a window or something where they can get a little bit of sun too, they'll dry out. But I found, just saying, that if I don't take them out of the seed pods and I dry them in the seed pod will literally pop open whenever they're ready, and I just leave them in there, and that has been the best way to store these little guys. And I do my okra that way too sometimes. Thank you. Just ask me, hey, is those roselle seeds? I don't mind at all. Don't mind at all. I will gladly send both of you some. Um, and that way, I won't I'll hopefully I won't forget. Um, I have to say thank you, thank you, thank you for all the prayers for Mr. Walt. He is actually doing much better, and his family have come in and are helping out tremendously. I am so happy for that, and I'm hoping and praying that it all goes well that way. So y'all pray for them and their relationship to blossom while he's in this stage. I don't know if he's in the end stage or close to the end stage or what's going on, but he's been quite ill. So um, he he did have an infection, so hopefully clearing that up will make him feel better. And I can't wait to see him. I'll be honest with you. It's nice to have the time off, but I worry about him whenever I'm not at work. Definitely still in my prayers. Thank you, Nancy. Hey, Susan, how are you tonight, honey? Susan, I was saying, I have roselle pods that I'm drying for seeds. If you'd like any of those, just let me know and I'll send some to you too. And I'm asking people to remind me. Okay. Now, y'all need to send me a an address for yourselves. Um, you can do it through my Gmail account. I know Linda wants some. Looky what I got, Linda. I did a video on it, and I mentioned you in there. Hey, hey, Julie. These are my roselle things, and I'm keeping those in there until they're dry and ready. So I'll be sending you some of those. Linda, I planted some of those seeds, and they have not come up at all. I don't know what's going on. Those red noodle beans, or I don't know if you said you gave. I'm pretty sure they're red noodle beans. Yes, I am too, Barb. It just tickles me to death. Um, um, Julia, are you interested in any of the roselle seeds? Oh, lemon basil. Yes, I love lemon basil. Did I soak them before planting them? Yes, I did. I did. I remember that. Remember I had them out. Oh, goodness gracious, my nose is itching off. Remember I had those meat containers out there that I'd washed and used them. Um, oh, the noodle beans. Uh, no, I did not soak them. But the hurricane came through, so they were good. They got plenty good and soaked. I have some roselles, thank you. All right. My noodle beans took about 3 weeks to come up. Oh, okay. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe I should soak them in water and then plant them once they sprout. They'll take longer, but should sprout. Okay. Man, my nose is itching because I got the fan blowing back that way to this way. I had the house open, but with the light on, I don't want to leave the front door open because you never know who's walking around these streets. And I got to show you guys I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to anyways. This guy, I got the ring now. This guy has totally given me the creeps. And I don't know who it is or why he came to my door, but he looks crazy. Weird, don't he? He just looks he just looks like somebody that shouldn't be here. Just his whole body language on the camera and everything gave me the creeps. I like the yard long purple beans. Me too. I really love them. Noodle beans are so weird. I plant them and they will come up way later than I plant them. Wow. Yep. That is not good. I would not answer my door. Well, Julie, this was the issue with him. I was at Mr. Walt's and my doorbell chimed to let me know that there was somebody there. And by the time I got to it to open, because at the time we didn't have any Wi Fi out there, this guy was gone. But in the video, he left his door open to his vehicle. And I thought that was really bizarre too. It looked like the vehicle was running. I could hear a noise like it was still running. Like, you know, it was just the whole scenario was really crazy weird. Yes, David's place did pretty good. I don't think he even got any damage. Of course, he don't have all the bananas and stuff I do. Um, but I'm taking out a lot of bananas. I thin them down a whole lot, guys. Um, I've I've got two very large tree. One of them doesn't have any bananas, but the other one does. And the way that they're laying, if I take out the one, it's going to cause the other one that's got bananas to fall. So David and I decided to go ahead and see if we can't let it stay longer and see if it will continue to grow the fruit. In fact, I should have taken the bloom off. The bloom will help the fruit to grow. If you take the bloom off, it'll help the fruit to do its thing better. But I leave the blooms because the bees love them. And did you guys see on the video? Or is that the one? There's a scene in my new video that I'm going to put out. And I don't want to give away the scene, but if somebody picks out the scene where I'm talking about how crazy these chickens are and showing you what the chickens are doing to the banana plants that are laying on the ground outside of their cage, I want you guys to mention it. Tell me exactly which chicken's doing it. And I will have a special gift for you guys. Guess my family is still stuck without water and electricity in Cape Pearl. Oh no, that's terrible. Um, mm, a lot of my friends down south that I'm friends with on homesteading videos and stuff like that got some damage, but were able to fix some of their damage and had to get rid of some of their beautiful plants. It was so sad. Christy's brother was good through the storm. Uh, will the gift be some yummy bananas? Oh, Julie, I wish. I really wish. Although, if you're in a climate, I could send you a banana plant. It would be hard with Cindy not to have electricity. She had to have a night light and her TV. Oh. Teresa's out of church. I cheated tonight and I went in to make um I just went in there and grabbed one of my chili concoction meal thingies with all its chili seasonings with I don't think there is even any meat in that one. It's all vegetables and stuff. Oh my god, it was so good. I went to Sunday school last Sunday, ladies class. Oh, did you like it? I hope. I'm sorry. I have been so out of touch, guys. I really feel so bad. I've been so busy with Walt and trying to do things here and trying to help David. We did try to go into David's bees. I think it was what day was it? Well, I believe it was Monday. I, I've so lost track of every single day. I don't even know whether I'm coming or going. One day this week we tried to go in David's bees. We did go in the bees. Um and we kind of worked them and looked at them and make sure everything was right and he put in more juice to for to drown the beetles in. The beetles will go to certain kind of juice that we make up. It's vinegar and oil, and they love it, so they get in it and drowned, and then the bees cover it with uh, oh, I can't think of that name. It starts with a P. Anyways, they glue it down. It's a certain kind of stuff that they make, and they glue it down. And oh my goodness, it was so cool. But David did get stung once, and we didn't even realize it. I saw him shake his hand, and he didn't think she got him, but she did. His hand. He was sitting here last night, and his whole hand was all blowed up like Lance's was. Let's see here. I had veggies with chicken and salsa. It was so good. Love love spice. Yes, it is. So happy she has found a church. Yes, me too. Me too, Barb. It was pretty good teaching, but felt out of place. First time in church in a long time. Used to be there every time the door opened. Yeah, well, you just have to keep going and God will work. I'm telling you, He will work really, really good. Is it Buttercup, the chicken? Yes. No, it's not Buttercup. I'm sorry. Buttercup was not the chicken doing what I'm wanting you guys to look for in the thing. Don't ask no questions because I ain't gonna tell you no more. Every time, stupid spell check. Yeah, that's okay. I hate using my phone because I talk into it and it does spell check, but it also stops the video. So then I got to fast forward and I'm missing some of it. So it really irks me to have to use that to, I don't know why it does that. Every time, oh, I read that. I helped my dad bust a bunch of overripe watermelons last Saturday. The bees loved them. Oh my goodness, that is so awesome. It's so good for them. Prolapse. Propanol, I think is what it's called. No. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They used it, they make it, and they seal all their little holes and stuff like that. Um, so I have a feeling propolis. Propolis. That's it. That's it. Definitely it, Julie. Um, oh, it is therapy. I imagine it is. Uh, but y'all don't have chickens, do you, Linda? Them chickens love overripe watermelons. Let me tell you now. They like any kind of watermelons, any kind of cantaloupe, any kind of melon. They will go fantastic on them. So my friend Richard, um, I used to work for him actually years ago. I worked at the packing house, packing oranges and stuff like that for probably about a month to 6 weeks, I think, wasn't it, David? If he's still on here. No, I want some. Oh, it is a frenzy with watermelons and chickens. Yes, it is. Yes, it was about that long. I worked there until I got me a hair um, job. I ran a shop in Cocoa called Cutting Corners. But it was funny. Uh, Richard was like a total pushover. I don't know how he ended up being your boss there because he was like whatever as long as the job got done. He didn't he was just something. He wasn't very bossy. Like, I don't know how to explain it. He just nice guy, really nice guy. Um and he has had a little roadside stand like thing in Merritt Island in front of the bowling alley, and it's no bigger than like a covered wagon thingy. He has a little awning that comes off of it, and he has a refrigerator in one part of it, or like a free refrigerator free where you slide the door and you can see into it like system. I don't know how he got that, but it's kind of cool. And I don't know how he runs the electricity on it, but it's kind of interesting. And I've known a lot of produce people through my adult life. Um, the one fellow that David and I used to be friends with that taught me how to go to Plant City. Um, I haven't heard anything about him in many, many years. I don't even know if he's still alive. He had a lot of health issues. But he used to get strawberries and set it up on the street corner and watermelons and taught us how to sell. And when he wasn't there, buddy, we took full advantage of it, and that's how we were able to send our children to camp every summer. And I liked busting drywall while remodeling for therapy. Yep, it is fun. Busting about anything. Maybe that's why some people get into destructive behavior. I don't know. 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 I don't know I'll tell you, it's been a lot of fun out there. Uh, oh, it's still in there on. I set it down on the stove. By the way, honey, I took the old chain off and put the new chain on, and it is running like a champ. But I will say, I think that it's because I hit dirt. I don't. I didn't hit the fence, and I didn't hit any nails or anything with it that I know of. I would think I would hear that. But something is got to give with it. It keeps loosening up. So I've got to figure out. I don't know what I'm doing. You need to help me look at it and tell me why it's loosening up, or else I'm going to have to send it back. Dirt will do it. Okay. Make it loose. And it just feels weird that it you don't have to put any oil on this thing. Oh, it'll dull it. Okay. Well, that second one cut like butter. So, yeah, that one definitely was dirt. I mean, was loose and dull. So he's gonna sharpen it for me. I could sharpen it if I had one of those things, but he puts it in a vise, and he's very particular about how sharp he makes them and stuff like that. And does a really good job. So he's gonna fix it up for me. While he has one, I'll dull the other one. That's just the way it is. He takes good care of my tool. So, any prayer requests, guys? I know we're going to pray for Barb to get some rain and and some good soaking rain, not rain that will run off. I have the same prayer request. You want rain too? Oh no, I know what you want, Nancy. Uh, Health and clearing up things. Well, Christy, I prayed for you to find a good church. I hope that you have found that. I'm glad you're going, but you're in my prayers all the time, honey. Um, Prayers for safe travels next week. Audrey, Audrey, and I are going to Gatlinburg. Oh, pray for me to get brutally handsome. Honey, you already are. I don't got to pray for that. Thank you. I cherish those prayers. Aw, Christy. Thank you. Ah, Julie. Joy lives in Gatlinburg. That's cool. I don't. I can't keep up with where people live and stuff like that. I just can't keep. My brain doesn't function that. Hey, Julie, how are you? There's a young couple here that just lost their second child, both very young and fairly close together. They really need the prayer. Okay. Do they know what the child died from, Julie? Nancy, we are planning to meet up with them and a few others. Oh, cool. Brenda, you ought to do a little video or put it up on you your Facebook or something with pictures or something. My Becky was a SIDS baby and made it through it. First one drowned, second SIDS. Oh no. Oh, that is terrible. My Becky was a SIDS baby and she would just stop. Well, she had several things where she almost died. The first thing that hit her is when she was a couple weeks old. I had gone with my mother-in-law and we picked out this beautiful sycamore tree that we brought home to plant in her yard. And I had helped David by carrying it. I really couldn't lift it, but I was able to put my arms around it and carry it to the hole with him and help him guide it. I really didn't have any weight on me because I was only a couple weeks out of having her. She wasn't even really established in the um, doctor's office, and there was chiggers or something inside that tree. I held her after holding that tree, and they bit her all over. That was the very first thing that got her and almost killed her. She ended up in the hospital. They told us if she hadn't have gotten there, she'd have been dead in 10 minutes. Freaked me totally out. Well, several weeks down the line, after we got her home and everything, and she was having problems, she would stop breathing in the middle of the night. She had projectile vomiting, several different things. She had to sleep. We had a great big, back then they were playpens, and honey, they were huge playpens, square boxed playpens. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. We lifted one end of that playpen up, put it on cinder blocks because she would just stop breathing. So we would put pillows all the way around her so that she couldn't move while she was sleeping. And that helped tremendously. But she was on a heart monitor for a very long time. Guys, they need all the prayers they can get. Yes, they do. That is so heartbreaking. I don't even know what I would have done if I'd have lost Becky. David and I lost one while I was pregnant, and that was hard enough. I can't imagine losing a child that you've loved and held, and it was hard enough to lose an adult child. I'll try to get some video, but you know me, I'm terrible about remembering to video or taking pictures. I I yap too much. Yeah, me too, Brenda. I didn't get any footage, hardly at all. Y'all seen my video of this last trip? I don't know. I like went into space cadet. I'm like, I don't even. I think I think one time I took my computer out to look at it or do something. I don't even remember one time the whole time I was on the trip. David and I were just in the moment and loving spending time together and just having fun with friends. Oh, I would have liked somebody to have gotten the look on my face when you gave me that birthday cake and I was so dumbfounded. I was like totally totally taken back. That's not necessarily a bad thing, though. Being in the moment is the best. Yeah, it is. I had a young neighbor come running over with a baby whose breathing stopped a short time. I wrapped her up in a flannel shirt to go to the doctor. Oh, I didn't even get pictures of you and your birthday cake. I know, isn't that crazy? We were just all, just hanging out. So, yeah, I know how scary it is, and that SIDS thing is freaky. Now, I'm a really super 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 light sleeper. Um I hear things and depending on what it is, I can hear you moving through the house at nighttime when David's here, but it doesn't wake me totally out of sleep to where I'm sitting up going, okay, what are you doing? But you let a baby not breathe right, and I'm like wide awake. He can tell you, I'm just like, okay, what's going on? You should have known because I never asked you to make my plate. I know, I just make it. It's not like you asked me. A good friend of mine lost her baby boy to SIDS. It was horrible. It is a horrible thing. I've had friends that lost children. I never sleep deep when I had babies. Yep. And I bet you didn't sleep deep either when you had Cindy either. My youngest almost died several times when she was little. She would stop breathing in her sleep. Yeah, that's Becky. We found her one time. She had started turning blue and it freaked me out. Scared me to death. Absolutely to death. That's when they put her on the heart monitor. Um, I was going to say something. I don't remember what I was going to say now. Brain. Oh, Christy, this is kind of funny. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I think that even more, how do I say this? I bonded with you, I think, even more because of Cindy and my Linda's Cabbage Patch baby doll. Her name was Cindy, and Cindy went through every single one of Linda's surgeries, every single solitary thing that Linda did in life. Cindy was with her. Is that crazy or what? Is that? the neatest. I've meant to tell you that, but I don't know if I've ever told you that. No, I slept on the couch near Cindy's hospital bed. Yeah. All right. Thanks for coming in, Patty. I've lost a 2-year-old son that drowned. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. It doesn't kill you, but close. Makes you stronger in the Lord to really heal. Yep. I am so sorry to hear that, Julie. No, first time hearing about Linda's special doll. Oh, I meant to tell you. I don't know why. I meant to tell you that when we first met each other, that was my Linda's doll baby's name. And I'm telling you, that doll was the dirtiest thing. It had dirt everywhere. We would put it in the wash machine and clean it, and it would come out so beautiful. But then she'd get it all dirty, and she didn't drag it anywhere. It's just really weird. The worst time was when I found her grayish blue from head to toe. The doctor told me she was breathing now and to just take her home and love her a lot. I thought, as though she may never be here tomorrow. Yep. Yeah, have to get through it for your family than yourself. Yep. 2 years old is hard to take because, I mean, I was distraught, totally distraught when I lost Linda, and I still have moments where I'm totally like having a rough time with it. But I don't know how you did it, Julie, because 2 years old is like, they have so much life ahead of them. I know exactly the feeling too. With Becky, it was like, oh my goodness gracious. Her never her I mean, I for the first couple of years, and I'll tell you something that they don't tell you. This is what really frustrates me with shots and stuff like that. I don't know why you said plus, David. Hey Linda, how are you tonight? Um, when your children are first born, there is, and you need to find this out. If you got grandbabies being born, if you got stuff like that, you need to find out. Make them mamas find out of a weight that a child has to be. I mean, it's been years and I can't remember it. I just happen to know it because um, one of my customers filled me in on this, and I just happened to have a doctor that was really good and said, your child isn't of weight yet and you can't give her shots. They would not give my Becky shots because she was underweight. So if your child is not is not is have because she was a SIDS baby and she was underweight, they would not give her shots on time. She ended up getting her shots later on, but it is very dangerous for a baby that's underweight or a possible SIDS baby because the shots can deform de- cause deformities that are irreversible. One of my clients, I used to do her hair. God, I wish I could remember who she was. It's been 30 plus years, and I just don't remember names that well. Anyways, her and I bonded really good because she had a baby with cerebral palsy, and I found out from her because she was a nurse. They forced her to have her baby shots, even though the baby was underweight, and it caused cerebral palsy. And she sued them for negligence. Um, and it wasn't just. I believe she said she ended up having to sue the county too because it was the county forcing the issue of her having the shots for the baby. The flu shot has dairy in it, y'all. Be careful about that too. Yeah. Let's see. Somewhere around 3 years, you start to get your spirit back and a new normal is made. You just do. You get there. Yeah, and the weird thing about it, Julie, is you don't know how you got there. You just finally one day it's like, okay, God, where do you send me next? I'm glad you made it home, girlfriend. And one day you're going to put that baby in your arms when you get in heaven, and it would be so, so beautiful. And the nicest part about it is you know that baby's going to be there because that's what Jesus says. It's been a year now since Cindy went home on September 18th. Wow. Yeah, that is the way you get through it, knowing that you're going to hold him again. Good night, honey. Yes, the Lord holds us through it all. Yep. And y'all, I'm a little weird whenever I lose people. I'm like, I kind of shut down away from everybody. I'm not very, how do I say this? I'm not very, I don't really want somebody to console me. I don't really want somebody to be there. David can tell you, I don't want nobody bothering me. When Linda died, I came here. I went alone. I didn't want nobody around me. I had people showing up my door, and I'm like, what are you doing here? And then come to find out, David told them, don't go there. She does not want, she will not, she will not, will not open her arms to be there with you. And then they treated me weird because I didn't invite them in. I'm like, what in the world is wrong with people? I found death itself to keep the baby alive. I fought death itself to keep the baby alive. Yes, now she's 33 years old and lives a good life, but it was so scary when she was little. Yeah, you can feel people praying for you. You really can. It's quite amazingly wonderful. Yes, it is, Julie. And it is. You know what's really neat though? Um I've been able to forgive people that that tried to push themselves on me whenever Linda died. That um I don't understand them. And the hardest part is people say things to us, and we have to remember people are not on the same wavelength that we are when we're in the pain of grief. And I do believe that God wants us to grieve and wants us and holds us through our grief. I believe that He loves us through every moment of it. And even when we are questioning Him and His reasoning why we're losing our loved ones, I believe He just carries us through it. If I had known ahead of time the twists and turns of my life would take, I would have ran the other direction. Yeah, I'm sure you would, Christy. You know, um, that's the sad. Man, do I got a lot of sap and stuff on my glasses. I can't see through them. I was wondering why I was having such a rough time seeing the thingy. Um, I've made a lot of bad choices, really bad choices. Um, One of the biggest bad choices that I made was divorcing David. But I can't say that I haven't lived and learned a lot from doing that. Um, I believe that David and I are closer now today than we ever were when we were married. We get along better now today than we ever did when we were actually married. And we're on the same page pretty much. I mean, there was times in our marriage when we weren't on the same page. We didn't we didn't look at life the same. Um and I don't know why. I really don't know why, because we were walking through it together, but I don't think we were on the same page. Um because I divorced David and went off the deep end and everything and end up marrying another person, I got Ashley. And I don't regret doing, or I do regret divorcing David. I do regret all of that, but I don't regret getting Ashley. I love her so much, and adopting her was very rewarding for me and David, because by the time that all went through, David was back in my life. He was raising her with me, and it's just it's kind of crazy our life's the way we do things. And I just think that things are meant to be, I guess. Um I believe that I was meant to be her mom, and I meant to show her um, what life could be like with the Lord. And I hope and pray that the things that I've taught her um, about Christ and the things that she learned in school about Christ will keep her safe and sound for the rest of her life. She would never have found that with her family, so God puts us where we need to be, I guess, or allows us to go and gives us blessings along the way. And Ashley's a blessing to me. Scripture says he's close to brokenhearted. Yep. So very true, Christy. That is why we don't know it all. That's right. It works well for y'all now. Yep. And I was mad. I was mad, furious, mad with David when I divorced him. Furious mad with him. Didn't want no part of him. Didn't want no, but I still loved him too. It's crazy. It's totally crazy. I'm just glad we found each other, found our ways back to each other. And now we're really contemplating on finding property together and living together again, and that needs to be our y'all need to pray for us that we can find some property and and mend our lives together again. I really do believe that he was the man that God sent me, and I messed it all up. And we can be our worst enemies, guys. We can think, well, grass is greener over here, or something like that, or, uh, you know, God can't fix this scenario, so I'm just going to get out of it and go on with my life. And you know, that's not that's not the way it should be. Thank you, Nancy. And I'll tell you, and David will tell you too. He don't want anybody on his side but me. He knows if he's messing with an alligator, I'm right there with him. If he's got something that's that's um, hurting him, I'm right next to him praying about it. He knows I got his back, and I know he has my back. Does he always do the things I want him to do? Nope. He makes me suffer, he makes me wait, but it's usually because we got a lot going on. And I think that if we put ourselves together again, I think that we will be able to get things accomplished that we couldn't do having two different households. Yeah, Julie, I am too. I am my own worst enemy. I think that usually we are our own worst enemy, especially us women. Yes, me too, Julie. I have to make sure that when those negative thoughts come, to snatch it back and can go right down a rabbit hole. Yep, Nancy, I'm right there with you. And when you have an issue with somebody, when they're not making you happy, the devil will point out every negative flaw that they have and just literally uh, bring you down. and make you think that you're not good enough, or a lot of things. I mean, it's not just it's not just they're negative things. The devil can make you think that you're not right, that you're not in the place that you need to be, that you should have been somewhere else where you're not supposed to be. So, me too, Julie. I have to make sure that. Oh, I already read that. So, I'm going to go ahead and pray, and then we can talk a little bit more about these crazy rabbit holes that I go into. Dear Heavenly Father, I pray, Lord, that you bless this night. I bless this time we have together again. I hope and pray that you bless David and I in our future endeavors. I pray, Lord, that we can find a piece of property so that the things that we are doing today together, that we can do them together always, and help one another to be able to raise animals and gardens and things like that we love to do for us and for our family, and that we can survive together better than apart. I pray, Lord, that you bring rain to Barb. Let it be soaking rain, not flooding, running off rain. Let it soak in slow and steady rain, so that she can get her earth replenished. And thank you, Lord. I pray, Lord, that happens soon, so that they can get that taken care of. Nancy has always been in pain lately, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you help her with her back, and that you are able to send her to the people that she needs to do, and with her health, all of the pain that she's in, Lord, and also clearing her name and getting that all fixed up, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you bless Christy beyond measure, Lord. I pray, Lord, that she's able to get her property up and going, and um, that she's able to get a great, beautiful chicken coop that's manageable for her chickens, that she can let them be able to uh, free range too, so that they can fill their bellies and not cost her a lot, that she's able to possibly even sell eggs and stuff, like Richard told me I could sell if I had brown eggs. Lord, let him lift that to where they don't have to be brown eggs for me, that they can be green. I'm going to take him some and show him, so that maybe he can see that. Lord, that Christy's able to find a way to gain some more income, Lord. And Lord, I just pray for Brenda and her daughter's trip. Uh, I believe it's her and Audrey that are going on a trip to Gatlinburg. I believe that's what she said to me. And I pray, Lord, that you bless that trip. Let her be able to meet up with Joy and all of them, and have a fantastic time, Lord. And Julie has uh, a couple that are young and have lost two children, Lord. And Lord, please ease that pain for them. Lord, I pray, Lord, that they know you, and that they can rest comfortably in your name, and that they are uplifted by you, and that if they don't know you, that Julie can witness to them and bring them to your loving arms, Lord, so that they can be helped through this traumatic uh, loss, Lord. And Lord, I know that it's never easy to lose a child, no matter what age they are. Just to pray, Lord, that you just wrap your loving arms around them and bring them through this. Let Julie be a witness for you, Lord, and that through her loss, that she can help them through their loss too, Lord. And just thank you for all that you do for us, Lord. And Lord, please help all the victims and all the deaths that have come through the hurricane, Lord. Help our nation to survive through all these catastrophes and places where they're burning food places and just all the things that I hear through the grapevine that are going on in our world right now. I pray, Lord, that we're able to help one another to survive these trying times in our lives, Lord. Nothing none of our lives will ever be the same after this uh devastating sickness that's gone around. And I pray, Lord, that you continue to uplift Christians and that we are more able to witness to those that aren't and lead them to you, Lord. Let us all be soul winners and strengthen our Christian faith in numbers and droves so that we can be a nation standing high and hold our head up high in belief that you are the only way. And I pray, Lord, that you will get a president in there that loves you, Lord, and that puts you first along with the rest of us. And that he will, or she will, he or she, whoever it is that you put in there, Lord, they love you and they put you first and they hold your values and strengthen our nation. I ask these precious things in your sweet name of Jesus. Amen. Let's see here. Um, but God, but God is bigger than the devil, and has defeat him. He just need to remember that. Yep. Lots of crazy bad stuff going on in this world. We need to pray hard for healing and mercy. That's right. And I don't know what's going on out there. This is like the sixth or seventh time tonight I've heard the policeman, and it's just really sad, all this craziness going on. And y'all, I didn't pray for that with I didn't pray for this, uh, but in the past here in Florida and several other places, I'm sure it happened um, in Alabama and in Louisiana and Mississippi whenever the storms came in there and hurt all those people. People took advantage of the people from the storms. And y'all pray that we don't have people going and taking advantage of older people, especially throughout the storms and stuff like that. It just really irks me that somebody could be so cruel to take advantage of somebody fixing their homes and stuff like that. These fly by night contractors go in and really take full advantage of people and their blind faith that they're going to take care of their needs, and they don't. When we hear a siren in the country, we rubberneck. Don't chase, but definitely rubberneck. Yep. Oh, I didn't see Barb go out, but good night, Barb. Thanks for coming in. Wow, it's getting late, isn't it? And I think I must have gotten into some type of mite or something out there with those trees today, because I am itching crazy all over, not just my face. So I've got to get in there and grab a hold of that jewelweed soap and take care of it. It's probably just the allergy towards the vines that got in there. You wouldn't believe the vines and the stuff that was creeping out in there. Time for me to go to Glenn for the fellowship. It was awesome. Good night, everyone. God bless. Stay safe and love ya. Good night. All right, guys, I am going to get off of here. You guys have a beautiful night. Sweet dreams, everybody. And I love y'all. I can't wait to see you. Sorry, by the way, that I did not have a live on Monday afternoon. I was with Mr. Walt, and his family was coming in, and I just wanted some quiet time with him before his family come in, just so I could pray that things would go well. And I just felt like I needed to be with him and not to go live. So thank you for understanding, and thank you for coming in tonight. You guys have a great night, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.